So I've got Dan Grant, the director at Promo SEO and FatRank. Today's video is about pay per lead, which is paying a fixed price per lead that's generated, the pay per lead model, and what you think to this, that businesses in the UK, there's quite a lot of companies out there that are paying per lead as obviously part of lead generation. What's your thought process on it?
Yeah, so paper lead's another one where there's obviously a certain element of risk attached because you're not actually, confirmed, guaranteed to be actually converting that work. So you're paying for a lead that, you could pay for 10 leads that'd be quite expensive in total, but not actually have any conversions from them. So obviously it can leave companies out of pocket from that perspective. We would probably have said, I think you'd probably agree as well, it's less risky than something like a pay-per-click where, you're actually paying for people to click on your website, and then you've got, reliance on bounce rate and reliance on content optimization and everything else to determine whether you're even going to get the lead to begin with. So I suppose from that perspective, at least you're definitely getting a lead. One of the issues that does pop up for me, though, is obviously every industry is different. So you could have an industry where that lead costs, £100 instead of 25, and that, could very, very quickly add up when you're actually getting all those leads in and not converting them. So there's still a risk attached. And obviously, until you're actually getting a lead, completely for free and paying or conversion, there's always going to be a risk attached. So I think that's kind of my perspective with it. What would you say with that?
Yeah, I mean, it's a lot less risky than doing, let's say, SEO. Like there's certain agencies out there that are companies that are paying agencies £5,000 a month to try and get better rankings, and they're not even getting better rankings. So from that point of view, and they're getting zero from it, zero leads, paying £5,000 a month to try to get better rankings in Google and not getting them. Obviously, there's some good agencies out there that do get in the rankings, and then it's a good long-term investment. But that, I would say, is risky, very, very risky. Then with regards to PPC, I'd say it's expensive, but it's less risky because at least you're guaranteed to be getting the clicks that hopefully you might be able to convert into an inquiry. The pay-per-lead model then is, I would say, even less risky than SEO or PPC because, like you said, you're guaranteed the lead that comes through. That doesn't mean you're guaranteed to convert that lead, but at least you know you're getting as long as you give the lead generation company the right parameters. So you want a mortgage, and the mortgage has to be a first-time buyer, and the property needs to be over £100,000 in value. If you're getting them leads and you're a mortgage broker, then the pay-per-lead model could be good for you. The only issue is, like you said, that is still risky because you can still then get people that are just browsing and looking and inquiring now, but might not be looking to go and do it for 12 months. And they might go into the high street bank to use them as being a mortgage broker. But I suppose that does come down to how good the company is at converting the leads in the long run to saying whether that model will work. Does a paper lead model work? Absolutely it does. Would I do it now moving forward? Not now knowing what we can offer with regards to obviously a pay per conversion and a pay per performance. How do you think how obviously we've kind of moved away from Facebook ad lead generation, SEO, PPC leads, pay per lead model, now to pay on performance. How do you find that pay on performance kind of compares against pay per lead?
Yeah, so I think obviously with all those models you listed off there, every one of them does have a risk. And whilst pay-per lead is probably the least risky of the lot of them, there's still that risk attached in terms of you don't know what kind of lead type you're going to get. You don't know about the cost of the lead, initially. And obviously if you don't convert them, even if they're really good leads and you happen to not convert them because other ones, other companies have priced up better or whatever the situation is, you might be in a position where you're still out of pocket. So I think comparing it with with pay-per conversion, where, it's actually just based off what you're actually converting, I mean, that completely eliminates the risk, on all of those different models, whether it's paying for the lead, paying for the click, or whichever one it may be. So I think having no risk at all and just getting the inquiries for free is probably, the best bet for a company, because it means that whatever they're getting in, they're not wasting their time thinking, I might not, might actually convert this job and I'll have spent money on the lead. They get the leads for free. It's not until they actually convert the lead that they have to pay. So that kind of just makes life a lot easier for companies, and it helps us to build a better relationship with the clients as well, which is important because we're not, charging them for leads they might not convert. They might not come back with questions like, this isn't that type of lead that we want, or this costs, this much money. They kind of, are happy with the leads we're providing them. And it's more actually about the client being a good client for us than it is about, what kind of leads we're generating them. We have that confidence in ourselves where we can generate companies good quality leads. And I think by the fact that we're obviously providing those leads for free generally means that we want them to obviously, put a bit of effort into to try and convert them and pay as much as they can on the conversions back as well.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, it'd be interesting to see the viewers watching this. What's your thoughts on a pay-per-lead model? Do you prefer the pay-per-lead generation model to, let's say, Facebook ads lead generation or PPC lead generation? Have you actually ever teamed up with a company that does a pay on performance? I only know of one or two companies in the UK that are actually offering a pay on conversion type lead generation model. The reason why we've moved over to that is because, if we're being 100% honest, we don't want to be seen as being employees. We want to be seen that we know what a good looking website looks like with regards to conversion. We know and we will test what works best for you from a return on investment model, whether that is Twitter ads, YouTube ads, Facebook ads, PPC, SEO, whatever that is, of how we generate the inquiries. We only get paid when you convert and make money. So it completely de-risks it from you, but it allows us to quickly go out testing what models work. We are very selective with who we choose on the pay on performance, where on a pay-per-lead, we'd almost accept anyone because we can generate a lead, let's say, at £30 and sell it at £50. We're guaranteed profit. The pay on performance, we've got to make certain that you as a company are good at converting the leads, that you don't just have something like a James Dooley at hotmail.com email, because it doesn't look very professional. If you as a boiler installation company, I'd want you to have like a James at boilerinstallers.co.uk or something along the lines where it's a branded type email. I'd want to make certain that you're responding very quickly to the leads that we're generating, and also that you're competitive on price, but you're also making good profit. So if you don't make good profit, you can't pay us a percentage of your profits moving forward. Would I recommend a pay-per-lead model? I wouldn't anymore, if I'm being honest, but it'd be interesting to see your thoughts. Leave a comment in the comment section. Are you paying on a pay-per-lead model at present? And get in touch, click on the link in the description to see whether you might be interested in the pay-on conversion model that we've currently set up.